We have it unwrapped now. So this is actually going to be the top. This side is the glossy side, which is how I know. If we look on the back, I don't know if you can see that on camera, it is matte. So that's how we know. We're gonna do the gloss side on top. First thing that I'm going to do though, is I am going to put a piece of tape right along the edge of the splitter, and that's just going to protect it while we're installing it. No chips and scratches or anything like that. I know this thing is going to get beat up over time because this is my daily, but you know, this is just, I could have it looking as new as possible for as long as I can. Oh well, look at that, simple tape job, nothing extreme. I'm just protecting this whole top lip right here, just from basically getting scratched up. The outer edge, I'm not really worried about. Like I said, I'm gonna probably hit the highway later on today, and it's probably gonna pick up rock chips anyways. So there we go. Now, time for the actual install portion of it. We have our bumper laid out here. All we are going to do, excuse the dog hair, we're just gonna lay this guy down, and our bumper is going to go on top of it. So let's slide that baby back. Let's bring this guy into place here. And all we are doing is just aligning our bumper on top of this. So let's go ahead, line up the front, line up the sides. All right, how we're aligning it now is basically edge to edge, that edge there. I think I have room on this side now. I have a lot of room on this side. Just going to pull this guy over a little bit. Line up that bottom corner. Don't know if you can see that there. Just like so. Let's hop on over to this side. Do the same thing here. Bottom corner now should be aligned there. Now, usually I'd say get a tape measure just to measure it up if you really want it to be perfect. I'm really not worried about it. It looks, I'm eyeballing it, looks great to me. I'm not really a perfectionist like that. So, beautiful. Beautiful there. Now that we got all that lined up together. Now, as you can see, there are two mounting points right there for our under, I forgot what you call it, belly pan. Those are no longer going to be used anymore. So as long as these are open, you'll be fine. The rest of the splitter is getting drilled straight in through the top here. So what we're actually going to do, I'm just gonna eyeball look at it here. It looks pretty good if you ask me. It actually looks like it's already aligned. So, what's this? Side fin hardware. Oh, I got side fin hardware. I just tossed it and didn't even realize it. This is super, I really like how they did this, honestly. But wow, I'm genuinely impressed with this, honestly. Like, it is rare to find this kind of quality. But, all right, let's go back to here. Sidetracked, anyways. Grab our drill. Now, the best thing to have for this is going to be a punch. Let me show you what I mean. This right here. Basically, you go to where you want to drill into, whatever. You push down, and it basically makes an indent for you there. But first, before we do that, let's grab our splitter hardware. As it says, beautifully packaged right there. And now I am going to dump this out here. I'm just going to go ahead, get all these guys lined up here, so we don't have to worry about losing it later on. All right, now that that is all done, we do have 2 extra bolts here and 1 extra nut, but I have extra hardware. So, if anything, I can still use this piece here, this piece here. I still technically have 3 extra ones, actually, maybe 1. Oh well. I think that's how these washers go, but oh, no, not like that. Because this is going up from the bottom, and then the washers go on top in between the nut and the rest of the screw. All right, now that we have all this aligned here, let's grab our drill. I'm losing tools again, guys. Okay. Our punch and our drill. Now, we're gonna grab a drill bit that is just a little bit bigger than our screw. The reasoning is because we have these washers, which is gonna stop it from basically pulling through. So in order to find out what size drill bit you need, a simple trick is to align it with here. And basically you should be able to see the drill bit just a little bit behind the bolt. Like here, I don't see the drill bit behind the bolt. So we're going to swap over to a bigger drill bit. Let's try this one here. This one is the same size. All right, this one is just slightly bigger. So this is the drill bit we're gonna use, and then we're going to use, so we have our main bit and then we have our pilot bit. This is just gonna start the hole for us, that way this doesn't end up slipping on us, the big one, the bigger one I mean. So let's get all of our stuff lined up here. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys how to use the punch. But first, we have to know how many bolts we have, because my OCD makes me have to align it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 13, which means that we can put one in the center, which is great. So 6 on each side, 6 on each side, then 1 in the center. So for our center bolt, we're going to line it right there, and it looks like we have a line in the middle of it. But don't worry, we could cut something out there. If not, if you guys don't want to do that, we could always just put our center bolt right here as well. Just something in the middle. Right there. Now, perfect. To use this guy, very sharp point at the end. All you do, find where you want to push it, mark it there, and then push, and it basically releases a spring that shoots down this piece of metal into whatever it is that you want to drill. So we're just gonna do that. Mine's broken. There we go. Do that about 2-3 times, and now it's gonna be our first hole. That's gonna be our main hole there. So now, actually what's easy enough is that we have holes right there. So I'm actually going to use these OEM holes right here just to drill into our splitter. So we're gonna, one center one, don't worry about that now, we have 6 to do. So it's 1, 2, beautiful. Now we're basically going to just try to do the same thing on this side here. First one is going to go right here. Now that we have that done there, let's grab our drill. Usually a pilot would be a little bit smaller than this, but it's all right. Make sure you have some pressure on top of it so the splitter underneath does not move, and all you have to do, if you have something to put underneath it, great. If not, I don't, I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna hit the cement. Beautiful. So we've got one there. Here's our center one. Beautiful. Now we can see our other ones that have drilled into our splitters, so those are gonna be easy to get to. Beautiful. Now that we have all of our holes drilled for the most part, we can take off our bumper from the splitter. Let's just set it to the side here and finish up drilling our holes. And the reason why we do this is so we could get a straight down shot at drilling them rather than at an angle. So let's go ahead and finish up here. So let's see, we have our center hole one. All right, now that we have all of our holes drilled, we're going to use our normal bit now just to expand it. Make them all much bigger. Now for this, I'm going to grab the box and set it underneath it, just because of how much bigger this drill bit is. We don't want to really go through like that. Now that that is all done there, we're going to take one of our bolts and we're going to test fit it just to make sure it fits through. By the looks of it, it should be no problem at all. Beautiful, that is a perfect fit, guys. So let's go ahead and do the rest. I think I'm missing a hole somewhere, but it's cool, it's fine. Now, all we're going to do, our center hole, we're just going to line up with that center right there. I have no idea where it's at. I'm just setting it down for right now, so we can try to figure out where exactly it is being aligned. Oh, wow. We were really close to it. Damn, I'm very impressed with that. Now let's grab our washer and our bolt and let's slap that baby on there, because we are almost done. Now that we have that lined up there, now we can line up our holes based off that. And it looks like they're all lining up for us right now, which is actually perfect, which means that we did it right. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm starting at the edges. Makes it a lot easier for aligning it and basically moving everything around. What I mean by that is, as you can see now, I have 2 bolts, one at the end, one in the front. So if I move it around, the splitter won't be getting out of place. And basically now we are just going to start doing the same thing around the entire splitter. I'll show you guys how we're going to tighten it down as well. A little trick for you. So once we go ahead, actually, I'm just gonna go in. As you can see, we're just putting in the bolts. So I'm gonna do that, then I'll show you guys what's next. All right, guys, so we got most of the bolts in. Now I'm just gonna show you guys a little trick just to make it a little easier to get these front bolts in, and then to go ahead and tighten it down as well. So first, let's scoot this guy off, and go ahead, grab a towel. What this towel is gonna be used for is basically to make sure our bumper doesn't get scratched in this process. So now that we have that down, all we're going to do is just tip forward our whole bumper, and the weight is going to be sitting perpendicular. We're trying to get it basically at a 90-degree angle with our front splitter, just so that way we're not putting too much bend on it, and then the top of the front bumper as well. So let's go ahead and tip this guy here. Come on, come on. There we go. Now, as you can see, there is a little bit of pressure on the splitter, but you do not have to worry about that, mainly because the splitter is way stronger than you're probably thinking it is. Whew. So now that we have that done, we can go ahead and put in the rest of our bolts here. So now that that is on there, we're going to go ahead, let's get this guy pushed up a little bit. I think I have one more bolt actually. Yes, I do. Beautiful. Now that that is on there, we forgot our washers. I'll be back. All right, now we have our washers in. So I'm pretty sure you guys can see where this is going now. We actually have, let me find my Allen set here. I will let you guys know what size it is right now. It is going to be a 4. Size 4 Allen head. I don't know if it's 4mm. I don't know how these are measured. Don't ask me. Not too sure. But yeah, basically it's going to be a 4mm there, and I think that's an 11. That's an 11. So basically that is what we are working with. And let's go ahead, go through the entire thing, and we are just going to go ahead and tighten all of it down now. So I will see you guys once we finish that up. All right, guys, so we have the entire splitter bolted down now. Now, last thing to do while it's up like this to make our life easier, we are going to go ahead and put on the side fins here. Now, there's 2 options I guess you could do it with. You could do it one way, could be like that. I do not like that, so I'm going to be mounting it like that. I think that looks a lot cleaner. So this goes on this side here. Same thing as drilling into the splitter. We need to find the right drill bit, because the hardware that comes with this is a lot smaller, but basically the same thing, just in a smaller form. I'm missing a brow. Oh, there we go. Same thing, just in a smaller form. You got your normal washer there, and then you got your washer on top of that. They gave us a lot, actually. I think about it. How many screws do they want us to drill into? Oh, never mind. There's 8. There's supposed to be 8, so 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, perfect. That works out then. So let's go ahead and let's make sure that this actually fits first. So first, let me go ahead and grab one of our screws here, and let's grab our drill bit set. We could go ahead and ditch this guy back into here, and all we're going to do now is just find, do we have our winner? How do we test it, guys? We line it up, and this, oh, beautiful. This is just slightly bigger, so stick that guy in there. This one doesn't really require much alignment. It's mainly like we're eyeballing it basically. So where's the splitter at, or the side fin at? So all we're really doing is just lining it up. Our mounting bracket is basically just going to sit right there. I want it, so how I'm going to do this is Actually, guys, I'm gonna eyeball this one. Yeah, I'm eyeballing it. I'm not worried about it. It's all right. Let me see where this hole is at. If I miss, guess what? I miss. And no, I'm not gonna punch it either. We're going straight. Now let's see here. Haha. Look at that. That wasn't too bad at all. Let me go straight through just to get through the bottom splitter. Whew, almost got my finger there. Careful. That's why you wear gloves. Even though these gloves will go straight through this glove anyways. Let me make sure I could get it. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna actually mount the bracket right now. The reason why I'm gonna do that is that way so I could eyeball the fin. Let's see, we need a washer, another washer, and a nut. I didn't even look at the screws to see if they're Phillips. And it looks like they actually are, now that I think about it. They're Allens. Okay, cool. Hang on. I doubt this is gonna fit. Oh, it's way too small. All right, so we're going old school. I think that's a 7mm bolt though. Is that an, oh my gosh, we got lucky. That's an 8mm. It's like 7.5. Oh well. Hey, it works though. So let's go ahead and feed this guy through here. First washer goes in. What size is this? A 2mm. Is it called, is that how you guys say it, 2mm? Oh my gosh. Is that not even it? Okay, it's a 2mm. We're good. So we can move our bracket around. It's beautiful. Let's get these guys out of the way. I know. Not the most efficient way, but we're eyeballing it again. All right, time to drill a pilot hole. All right, so you guys are getting the idea of how this is going. I'm gonna finish up doing all this and I will see you guys for the final result. All right, you guys. As you can see, the splitter is now on. Do have some fingerprints on there, and that's why I kept the tape on there to make sure we didn't scratch it along the way. The splitter rods, very simple. I literally grab a tape measure, just kind of from the point, angle it how far you want it out, how you want it to look, if you want it going inward, if you want it going outward, if you want it straight, it all depends. I mean, to go straight, you'd have to shorten these splitter rods a little bit, so that's why I didn't end up doing that. But very simple, drill straight through here, and then just at the bottom part of the bumper, just drill straight right through there. You guys should be good to go. Same thing on this side there, and then go ahead and these bolts right here, that's what tighten the middle piece down right there. This rod is actually a little bit shorter than the actual metal rod on the inside, which is why it's like that. But hey, can't complain. Still looks really good. I'm in love with it. Let's go ahead and drop the car and see what it looks like with it down. All right, so here we have it with the car down, and this is absolutely beautiful, guys. Honestly, this company did a great job. What is it? Holy cow. LiquiVinyl Aero did absolutely an amazing job with this. The splitter is super clean. The packaging, like I said before, like this isn't a sponsored video or anything like that, but they did a great job between quality, packaging, customer service, it all. I mean, honestly, such the little things make the biggest differences, and this is definitely one of those cases. But that is it. As you can see, the bumper is back on. We already went ahead and did that, basically reverse steps. I'm sure you guys got that. And damn, I'm in love with this car now. The reason why I chose carbon fiber splitter rods, I don't know if you noticed, the theme of Venom is red and black, as you can tell everywhere. On my last car, which was a 2015 Mustang, I don't know if you guys noticed, I had red splitter rods on there. And I liked the splitter rod style. I wasn't a fan of the red though. I mean, it fit the theme, but at that point it just started looking tacky. So at this time I chose carbon fiber splitter rods. The shells on these are replaceable as well. So I mean, in the future, they do start to get sun faded. I did notice that. If you want to coat it with something, I might toss a little bit of ceramic coat on there just to protect it a little bit. They do start to get a little bit of sun fade on there. I mean, it's just a part of wear and tear, but I think the carbon fiber finishes up really nicely on there. But overall, guys, install wasn't too bad. Took maybe about 2.5, what time is it? Took roughly about 2.5, 3 hours, so not too bad there. If it's your first time, going a little bit slower, might take you a little bit longer, give or take. No biggie. Super simple install. Just make sure you get your alignment points right and make sure you're comfortable with drilling through your bumper or your belly pan and the splitter. You know, if you have more holes, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt anybody. It's gonna be underneath the car, and as long as the splitter's mounted up, you don't have to worry about it. But that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, any comments, or any concerns, you could drop a comment in the comment box down below, or you could shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram in the description below. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week. See ya.